ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते जयपताकास्वामी इति नामिने नमः आचार्यपादाय निताय कृपाप्रदायिने गौरकथाधामदाय नगरग्रामतारिणे नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य सुतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Today, on the auspicious occasion of Appearance Day Mahamahotsav of Sri Narsimha Dev Bhagwan, we will be reading about Narsimha Dev Leela. We will try to understand about this pastime, this incarnation. Sri Narsimha Dev Bhagwan ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Cheva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 2nd Canto, 7th chapter, 14th verse. त्रैपिष्टपोरुभयः स नृसिंहरूपं कृत्वा भ्रमद्भ्रुकुटिदंष्ट्रकरालवक्त्रं दैत्रेन्द्रमाशु गदयाभिपतन्तमाराद् ऊरौ निपात्य विदधार नखैः स्फुरन्तं त्रैपिष्टपोरुभयः नृसिंहरूपं कृत्वा भ्रमद्भ्रुकुटिदंष्ट्रकरालवक्त्रं दैत्येन्द्रमाशु गदयाभिपतन्तमाराद् ऊरो निपात्य विदधार नखैः स्फुरन्तम्. Tripistapa, the demigods, Urubayaha, one who vanquishes great fears, Saha, he, the personality of Godhead, Nrisimha Rupam, assuming the incarnation, Nrisimha, Kritva, doing so, Brahmat, by rolling, Brukuti, eyebrows, Damstra, teeth, Karala, greatly fearful, Vaktram, mouth, Daitya Indram, the king of the demons, Asu, immediately, Gadaya, with club in hand, Abhipatantam, while falling down, Arat, nearby, Uro, on the thighs, Nipatya, placing on Vidadhara, pierced, Nakaihi, by the nails, Spurantam, while challenging. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Bhaktivinoda Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. The personality of Godhead assumed the incarnation of Nrasimha Deva in order to vanquish the great fears of the demigods. He killed the king of the demons, Hiranyakashipu, who challenged the Lord with a club in his hand. By placing the demon on his thighs and piercing him with his nails, rolling his eyebrows in anger and showing his fearful teeth and mouth. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The history of Hiranyakashipu and his great devotee son Prahalada Maharaja is narrated in the 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Hiranyakashipu became very powerful by material achievements and thought himself to be immortal by the grace of Brahmaji. Brahmaji declined to award him the benediction of immortality because he himself is not an immortal being. But Hiranyakashipu derived Brahmaji's benediction in a roundabout way, almost equal to becoming an immortal being. Hiranyakashipu was sure that he would not be killed by any man or demigod or by any kind of known weapon, nor would he die in day or night. The Lord, however, assumed the incarnation of half man and half lion, which was beyond the imagination of a materialistic demon like Hiranyakashipu, and thus keeping pace with the benediction of Brahmaji, the Lord killed him. He killed him on his lap, so that he was killed neither on the land nor on the water nor in the sky. The demon was pierced by Nrisimha's nails, which were beyond the human weapons. imaginable by Hiranyakashipu. The literal meaning of Hiranyakashipu is one who is after gold and soft bedding, the ultimate aim of all materialistic men. Such demoniac men who have no relationship with God gradually become puffed up by material acquisitions and begin to challenge the authority of the Supreme Lord and torture those who are devotees of the Lord. Prahlad Maharaja happened to be the son of Hiranyakashipu, and because the boy was a great devotee, his father tortured him to the best of his ability. In this extreme situation, the Lord assumed the incarnation of Nrsimhadeva, and just to finish the enemy of the demigods, the Lord killed Hiranyakashipu in a manner beyond the demon's imagination. Materialistic plans of godless demons are always frustrated by the all-powerful Lord. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So Lord Nrsimhadeva is very important incarnation, very prominent incarnation, which we can easily remember in our life, which we always remember. There are very different incarnations Lord has taken, unlimited incarnation Lord has taken, but this Nrsimhadeva's incarnation we always remember whenever we are in danger. So he's ready to help us in any situation. Lord Nrsimhadev is very powerful, very dear to us. All the Vaishnavas is very dear to all the Vaishnavas. Whenever we are in difficulty, we remember Nrsimhadeva. He is protecting us. We are always troubled by various kinds of enemies in our life. Enemies like our own enemies. No, it is our own enemies actually. It is like we are troubled by external enemies, like Yaksha Rakshasas, Bhuta Pirita Pishachas, like, and envious snakes, envious ghostly creatures. So many enemies are troubling us, always. So Lord Nrsimhadev is always protecting us. Whenever we are in danger, we feel unsecured. When we remember Lord Nrsimhadev, we feel safe and secure. We chant the mantra Ugram Viram Mahavishnum Jalantam Sarvatomukam Narsimham Bhishanam Bhadram Mrityor Namamiham. Even death is afraid of Lord Nrsimhadeva. He is Ugra and is full of courage. Ugra and is very Ugra and is cruel and is a very courageous person. Is Narsimham Bhishanam Bhadram is very auspicious. Even the death is afraid of this Lord Nrsimhadeva. The death personified, the death is afraid of Lord Nrsimhadeva. Mrityur Namami, even they worship Lord Nrsimhadeva. The ghostly creatures, they cause us death, untimely death. The Yaksharakshasas, they cause us untimely death. The snakes, Scorpios, they all cause us untimely death. So they are also afraid of Lord Nrsimhadeva. So such is the power of Lord Nrsimhadeva. Lord Nrsimhadeva has protected his devotee, boy devotee Prahlada under various circumstances. His father Hiranyakashipu troubled this boy, his own son, in various ways. He wanted to kill him in various ways, but Lord Nrsimhadeva always protected him. What are the various methods Hiranyakashipu employs to kill his own son Prahlada? He gives poison. He employs destructive spells, abhichara. He employs snakes. He employs an elephant. He throws the Prahlada from a mountain. So many methods he adopts to kill this boy Prahlada, but the boy Prahlad is always saved by Lord Nrsingadeva. Lord Krishna is always saving this boy Prahlada. So this Nrsingadeva's incarnation is very powerful incarnation. We always like to remember him always whenever we are in difficulty. Especially I always remember Lord Nrsingadeva whenever I am in difficulty. So he's always protecting us. Maybe you may be a small devotee or you may be a little advanced devotee, but Nrsimhadeva is always protecting us, our devotional service. Because of Lord Nrsimhadeva's protection, we could able to practice devotional service in the midst of so many demons. There were very few demons in the past yugas, but now the demons has extremely increased. Population of demons has increased, and devotee population is very reduced. And our Nrsimhadeva, in spite of our minority among these demons, we are actually saved by Lord Nrsimhadev. It is actually great mercy that is protecting us. It is this great causeless mercy that is protecting all of us. So in this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, so much we are troubled by so much distractions are there. Our devotional, it is very difficult to practice devotional service, but Lord Nrsimhadeva is very mercifully protecting our devotional service, our practices of devotional service. Our lives are protected, our property is protected, our relatives are protected by Lord Nrsimhadev. When we preach this, it is very difficult to preach this holy name of Lord Krishna among various atheistic population, among various competition, various rivals. But somehow we could able to preach because of Lord Nrsimhadeva's protection, Lord Nrsimhadeva's blessings, His causeless mercy upon all of us. So we should always practice devotional service. We should practice bhakti. Then that way Nrsimhadeva will protect us. Our strength is insignificant in front of Lord Krishna, Lord Nrsimhadev. He is a creator of this world. He is a maintainer of this world. He is also destroyer of this world. But he is protecting his devotees. When he decides to protect his devotees, nobody can kill. Rake Krishna Mare Krishna Rake. When Lord Nrsimhadeva decides to protect someone, nobody can kill him. When Lord Nrsimhadeva decided to kill someone, nobody can protect him. So this example you can take when Lord Nrsimhadev decided to kill Prahlada's father Hiranyakashipu. No one could able to protect Hiranyakashipu. When Lord Nrsimhadeva decided to protect Prahlada, no one could able to kill him. Even his own father has tried to kill Hiranyakashipu, tried to kill Prahlada, but he unable to kill in any way. So Hiranyakashipu had so much benediction from Narada, from Brahma. So this entire pastimes of Hiranyakashipu, Prahlad Maharaja, this Nrsimhadev Leela is mentioned in 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavata Puranam. Hiranyakashipu performs severe penances, austerities in order to become immortal. But first he becomes very morose that his younger brother Hiranyaksha was killed by Varahadev. So he wants to become powerful to take revenge against Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu, and he performs austerity, very severe austerity, and Lord Brahma came down and gives him benediction. Hiranyakashipu asks benediction that he should not be killed by any human beings or animals or demigods. No one should kill him. No animals or any demigods or human beings or animals. So he should not be killed in the day or night. He should not be killed with weapon, or he should not killed within the house or outside the house. He wanted to become immortal, but Brahmaji told, I myself I am not an immortal being. How can I be? How can I give you prediction that you become immortal? So he having said like this, Hiranyakashipu thought, okay, let me ask some other benediction. In that way, he wanted to take benediction that he wanted to become immortal. He tried to take benediction in a roundabout way. almost on equal level to becoming an immortal being. Hiranyakashipu was sure that he would not be killed by any man or demigod. He does not want to be killed by a man or demigod. So there are various types of demigods. 8 types of demigods are there. He does not want to be killed by any type of demigods, and he does not want to be killed by man, and he does not want to be killed by weapon, or nor he wanted to die in day or night. Thus. So he may ask so many benediction, but his intelligence is very limited. The Lord is the creator of all these mind, intelligence, and ego, earth, water, ether, air, fire, mind, intelligence, ego. These 8 elements is created by Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu, and even the soul is the expansion of Lord Krishna, is a marginal energy of Lord Krishna. So it can never equal to Lord Vishnu. It cannot be equal to Lord Vishnu in power, but only in love. Love is the only thing which can conquer God. No power can conquer God. The Lord, however, assumed the incarnation of half man and half lion, which was beyond the imagination of materialistic demons like Hiranyakashipu. So Hiranyakashipu thought he is very intelligent, and he got benediction. He can challenge Lord Vishnu, and thus keeping pace with the benediction of Brahmaji, the Lord killed him. So Lord Brahma also is son of God, son of Lord Krishna. So he keeps the promises of his devotees. So without disturbing the promises, with keeping the promises of Brahma, his own son, and he killed Hiranyakashipu. He did not kill him on outside or day or night. He killed in the evening. He killed him on his lap. He did not use any weapon. He used his nails. He killed on him on his lap. He kept Hiranyakashipu. He was kept by Narsingadev on his lap. Narsingadev's lap. Hiranyakashipu has been kept. So he was killed neither on the land nor on the water. So he was killed on the lap of Narsingadev. So just by using the nails of Narsingadev, lion's nails, so Lord Narsingadev killed Hiranyakashipu. So Hiranyakashipu, they are all materialistic demons, which means they do not have the knowledge of soul. Materialistic demons means they only have the knowledge of these material elements, of 8 material elements of earth, water, ether, air, fire, mind, intelligence, and ego. They only have knowledge of all these 8 material elements, and they are only materialistic people. They have no understanding about soul. They have no understanding about super soul, Lord Krishna. So they have no devotion, they have no love for God. So they have their aim is to become as much comfortable materially as they accumulate as much as possible money, property, women, servants, followers, women. So that is a goal of their materialistic people. So Hiranyakashipu is also one of the materialistic man, and he wanted to accumulate all kinds of gold and all kinds of bedding for enjoying sensual life, gold and bedding. This is the ultimate aim of all materialistic men. Those who are enemies of God, their goal is this only. They want to accumulate money and they want to enjoy women. So these demonic kinds of people, they don't want to keep any relationship with God, even though they want to enjoy the property of God, but they do not want to have any relationship with God. This is the ungratefulness. They are very much ungrateful. So they gradually become puffed up by material acquisition and begin to challenge the authority of the Supreme Lord. So by they become very much puffed up by their material acquisitions, and they try to challenge the authority of the Supreme Lord, and they torture those who are devotees of the Lord. So these the demonic people, they torture the devotees. It is sinful activities are being propagated everywhere, like meat eating, gambling, intoxication, illicit sex. So much adharma has been propagated everywhere. The devotees are tortured by these things. The devotees does not like to associate with these kinds of people, but still they are to associate with these kinds of people. Very difficult. They are torturing the devotees. So they eat all kinds of rubbish foodstuff, all kinds of animals they kill, like how many animals they are killing. Cows are killed like anything. And brahmanas are given all kinds of trouble. They are unable to follow practice, they are unable to practice devotional service. So much difficult. Their families are destroyed. Means their families are in extreme trouble. But these demons are extremely powerful. They are influential. They are have property, everything, wealth, women, everything. But the devotees are suffering for basic requirements. So much problem is being faced by these devotees. The demons are giving all kinds of trouble to the devotees. Prahlad Maharaj happened to be the son of Hiranyakashipu, and because the boy was a great devotee, his father tortured him to the best of his ability. So the present day leaders also torturing the citizens in all best possible ways. Um, you know, Whatever best possible way they are torturing. They are becoming atheistic. They don't support for Brahminical culture. They don't give support for protection of cows. Brahminical culture is not protected. Cows are not protected. So they are giving all kinds of trouble to the devotees, the rulers. In this extreme situation, the Lord assumed the incarnation of Nrsimhadeva, and just to finish this enemy of the demigods, the Lord killed Hiranyakashipu in a manner beyond the demon's imagination. Materialistic plans of godless demons are always trusted by the Supreme Lord. So, in this way, Lord Nrsimhadeva protected his devotees. So, Lord Nrsimhadeva always protect his devotees. So Lord Nrsimhadev is not partial, but he likes that those who love him, he helps them. And in Kali Yuga, Lord has taken the form of a monk. He has become a monk in Kali Yuga. He has become a sannyasi in Kali Yuga, and now he is not killing the demons physically. He is only killing the demonic mentality of the people. So that is the more merciful incarnation. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come in the Kali Yuga, and he is killing the demons, mentality of the demons. Demoniac mentality is killing. He is not killing the physically. In the past he was killing physically. Now he is killing even more powerfully. That is his mentality. And he is killing the mentality and he is making them the devotees. This is great. जय नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय. श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय. हरे कृष्ण.